like this, spin it, just spin the top, let it go. It's gonna make a tornado. There you go. You made a tornado. Nice job.
Science really is exciting. So, like the standard image from TV programs that come from Burbank and Hollywood and things like that, that standard image is completely wrong. People in white coats, all very formal and stuffy. They're freakish people like me doing cool things. I'm really excited about doing cool things all the time. So the real science is what you see if you come to EYU.
So dry ice does something fun. It's called sublimation.
I'm Shane. You can also call me Space Shane.
That is so wild.
And this is a great way to learn about how rockets work and about how some really fundamental physics works. That worked really well.
Exploring Your Universe was started about 6 years ago by two graduate students in the Physics and Astronomy department named Gregory Mace and Kristen Kulas. And it started out with just 10 booths and maybe 1,000 people coming to it, and it's just grown over the years.
Midday when 5,000 people are here, ooh, yeah, it gets exciting.
This event was originally geared toward people from inner city schools, and then it's just kind of grown from there. The rest of the public has learned about it, and just through word of mouth, it's become huge.
It's one of the largest science outreach events that I know of in Southern California. So it's a big deal. And it's amazing right now that it's all volunteer.
See that initially, these kids want to come up with their actually see this in real data.
Yeah, we have 400 UCLA volunteers running this thing, which is pretty extraordinary in itself. We have no money to do this. We rely on donations, basically. So it's kind of amazing that it all works.
I think it really boils down to getting people to understand and to care about the world around them. And whether you end up in a science career or not, it's just to be able to be curious about the things around you. And kids are really great at being curious.
Ooh, so what's happening? Okay.
For graduate students and especially for undergrads, when you can lead a booth and teach, if you can teach a 5-year-old about what you do, then you really know it. And that's what they always tell us. So that's why outreach ends up actually being a really good tool to practice your trade and to practice your research and explaining it to people.
So your tongue has taste buds, but your taste buds can only distinguish between different types of flavors like sweetness and sour and bitterness. But your nose can actually pick up a lot other distinguished flavors such as strawberry or butterscotch or pumpkin.
What we demonstrate here at Explore Your Universe is how fluids move. Wherever there's a low viscosity fluid like air or water or metal, liquid metal, you get these amazing effects because the fluid knows it's rotating, and you get swirling motions due to Coriolis forces. So we fake that. Instead of being a whole planet, we put a tank of water, in this case, on a record player.
At the top of the tank, the wind is kind of trying to make the fluid actually spin down a little, and when it tries to go slower, everything gets pushed into the middle.
What we have here, we've set up several solar telescopes, so we're going to be using these throughout the course of the day to look at the surface of the sun in a way that's safe for people to do, because you obviously don't want to look at it with just your eyes.
There's actually a lot of small sunspots kind of clustered close together over there.
The difficulty when I start this event, I'm still sort of in TA mode, and I'm telling these little kids like, well, as you can see from the texture of this porphyritic andesite, and then by the end I really settled into this good mode where I can actually talk to kids.
The classes in schools, the society itself has kind of drifted into a more abstract, less hands-on realm, which is a huge disaster because the way to figure out something is to pick it up and play with it in your hands, not to look at it on a screen.
No, I think he's just trying to hide.
Learning about something that's written on a board or in an equation, it just doesn't do it for me. Seeing that happen, it really brings it to life.
You feel it, right? In your hands? Yeah, I can feel it vibrate.
It's like, oh, it clicks. I get it now.
I've had students come up to me after this event and say, that was the best thing I did at UCLA. I got to explain everything I only sort of knew. for the day. And by the end of the day, I felt like I knew it better, and I felt like it wasn't just some idea in the back of my head. That's amazing to me.
A lot of times when you're a graduate student or a faculty member, you get lost in sort of the concrete details of what you're doing, the math and the coding on the computer and things like that. You forget what you're studying is actually very, very cool.
We just want people to enjoy science, to walk away today, whether you're a volunteer or you're a student, again, a grandparent, anything, to walk away and be like, science is amazing and it's cool and it's not something that I should be scared of. It's something that is for everyone. It's part of me. It's part of the world that I live in. And that's really what we want for today.